on that side. Yeah, you can see. So this is what he normally does. He turns over, and if you look at his other hand, you can see how it starts like slicing through, right, with his fingertips. So he's been a lifelong backstroker, but now, like, these are the type of things that he's starting to deal with in his backstroke, and it's starting to plateau. And it's an interesting phenomenon. If you look at like freestyle, breaststroke, even butterfly to a degree, even though it's technique, a lot more technique barrier. Like, you can have everybody with the same elite technique, and the talent determines the pyramid of who's the best, right? Backstroke seems to be this stroke where, because you're on your back, and I think a big part of me coming full circle with this world's greatest backstroke drill is it seems like almost the inverse of what works in free, like on your stomach, is the opposite in backstroke. So a lot of weak positions for power seem to be effective positions for backstroke. And the backstroke pyramid doesn't appear to be like everybody has if you give everybody great technique, the top people are just the most talented. It appears to be you have a certain level of technique that only goes so far, and then there's no middle level athlete, right? You either have the technique and you jump up to this top area, which most people don't have, or you're kind of stuck down here because no matter how talented you are, you can't produce the power required to be a great backstroker. And I usually say that you can see this time. If it was a time standard, it's about 51 mid or 50 point mid and 100 to 59.0 in the long course 100 back. The 50 point mid is yards, 51 mid. That it's yards, short course yards time. All right, let's continue. Right, you can see him, he's almost, okay, he's not going under his back. So now we're trying to get that hand coming over the top. So here we're taking it literally like tap the shoulder to make sure that when you pull, that hand comes up over. All right, there you go. But he's also not tapping back here. He's coming through and then tapping midway through, which a lot of backstrokers do. You know, they'll come up through the middle of the stroke and get the hand on top of the elbow. But we want to catch out front. I can't talk today. Right? So now, one of my favorite things to say is try to do it. Right now, we know from Yoda, do or do not, there is no try. So when you're trying to tap your shoulder, you're activating that motor skill, but you're not going to do it because you're just trying to do it. So I always ask them, like, okay, we're trying to. So are we actually going to tap the shoulder? No, right? But they need to feel like they're trying to. And he starts looking much, like even that right there. Boom. That's nice. Even though that was a total mistake. You can see he's not turning his thumb down, so he can't get his arm in the water still. Yeah. There you go. Ooh, that was a really good one right there. That was a good pull.